Thank you for watching this video, and as always, hit the like button, share on social media, and smash that subscribe button. Thank you. Welcome back. And so today we are going to be making a cheesecake. And for this cheesecake, we're going to use a springform pan. This is a 10-inch springform pan. You can use a 9-inch or even an 8-inch. You'll just have a little bit of leftover. We have 2 3/4 cups of graham cracker crumbs. You can use any kind of crumbs that you like. We have 1/2 cup of sugar and 1/2 cup of melted butter. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our sugar and pour it into our graham crackers. And we're going to take our melted butter and pour that into our graham crackers as well. And then we're just going to mix them up.
Okay.
So we're just going to mix these all up until everything is nice and well blended and the butter is absorbed into the crumbs. And then once we get it all mixed up really well, we'll switch to our hands. Okay, so at this stage, we're going to grab a little bit in our hands and we're going to squeeze. We want it to form the shape of our hand and kind of be stiff, but kind of fall apart when we break it a little bit like that, okay? So this is a good consistency right here. We're gonna take our pan. I always like to start out doing the sides first. So we put a little bit in our fingers like that. And we're going to press. We're going to press the cookie crumbs onto the sides here. And I like to work over my bowl. So if I have any that spill out, it kind of comes right back into the bowl. Once we have our sides done, we're going to sprinkle a good bit into the bottom here. All right. And then press the bottoms. pay close attention to the corners. You want to make sure you get all that filled in, because we don't want our cheesecake filling to leak out the bottom. If you want, you could use a cup or a glass and press down on the bottoms, but you want a nice, firm pressing all the way around on the bottom. No holes. We're going to put this into the oven at 350 degrees and bake this for about 5 to 10 minutes and then let it completely cool. Okay, the crust is out of the oven. It is cooling. So while that is cooling, we can work on making the actual cheesecake filling. All right? So it's gonna sound like a lot, but this is a thick, baked New York style cheesecake. So we go with 5 8-ounce blocks of Philadelphia cream cheese or any other cream cheese you prefer. That equates to 2.5 pounds of cream cheese at room temperature, okay? 1 3/4 cups of sugar, a tablespoon of vanilla, 3 tablespoons of flour, 5 eggs and 2 egg yolks, and then a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start to smooth out our cream cheese. We'll put the cream cheese in all at one time, it's fine. So if this is at room temperature, it smooths out a little faster and a little easier. So try and do this like, an hour or so ahead of time. I always like to get this started. We're going to add our sugar all in. We're going to add our eggs one at a time. This is 5 eggs. And then our 2 egg yolks. I like to add a tablespoon of vanilla. It's almost ready to add the next ingredient. Okay, so we have our eggs, vanilla, sugar, and cream cheese. It's starting around, it's looking gorgeous. We're gonna put 3 tablespoons of flour. That's gonna kind of tighten this up. We'll let this mix around a little bit. And then we have a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. And that's just gonna kind of smooth it back out. Okay, and after I take it off the mixer, I like to just go around and give it a couple of good handfolds by hand. Get it nice and stirred around. And then we pour it into our cooled crust. We're going to put this into a 475-degree oven for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, we're going to lower the temperature down to 200 degrees for 1 hour. And then we're going to turn the oven off and let it sit in that oven for another hour. Okay, so the cheesecake is out of the oven. We did get a little dark around the edges, but if you look, the inside still has a little bit of jiggly to it, and that's fine. It's going to continue to cool down. So we had it in the oven for 475 degrees for 10 minutes. We dropped it down to 200 degrees for an hour, and then we left it in the oven off for another hour. We're going to leave this on the counter until it cools down to room temperature, and then we're going to set it into the fridge overnight. And we'll look at this tomorrow.